Welcome to this brief introduction to IceSL 2.1. As you know, IceSL is both a modeler and a slicer. In IceSL 2.1, we are introducing this new application called IceSL Slicer that will help you directly slice your 3D models. So here it is. Through this menu, you can directly load a 3D model, in this case 3D Benchy. And then we have created a very simple interface to help you slice very quickly without having to specify too much settings. So here you can select your printer, in this case an Ultimaker 2. You can select the profile, let's make a standard quality print, and then you can select material, let's say PLA, and maybe we'll add a raft for this print. It doesn't need supports. Okay, let's slice and see the result. So the G-code is produced, and then we have also improved the way we can visualize the layers. Here you can see all the layers and the infills that will be created inside. And so that's it. If you simply want to slice a model, you now have a very simple and quick way to generate a G-code using all the nice and advanced algorithms that are featured in IceSL. Now, this is for the simple interface, but what we have done is also provide you even more control for those who are interested in advanced slicing. So here I'm switching to a custom profile that gives you the whole set of parameters that you can change. And of course, you will find all the parameters that were there before. But what's new in IceSL 2.1 is that we're giving you the ability to change the value of the parameters per layer. So let's have a look for layer thickness. I'm clicking on this button and this opens this interface on the left. And here you can see a key that I can move, which helps me specify the layer thickness at a given height. So for instance here, at 5 millimeter height, I'm using 0.2 millimeter thickness. Because I have a single key, this value is being used everywhere. So I'm going to introduce another key by clicking on plus. And here, let's say I want 0.1 millimeter layers at the top. And then that's it. You get smooth adaptive layer thickness through this very simple interface, and the layer thickness is going to vary from 0.2 millimeter progressively down to 0.1 millimeter. Let's slice and see how it looks. So of course here I used only 2 keys, but you can use more keys to specify more complex variations depending on your 3D geometry. And here you can see the layers. Let's look at all of them, and you will see that indeed they go from thick layers at the bottom to thinner layers at the top, which helps me better reproduce this roof here. Now, sometimes it's a bit hard to choose this by hand, and in IceSL we also introduce an optimizer for adaptive layer settings. So if I click on Optimize here, it's going to analyze the 3D shape, and it will let you choose a number of slices, which basically is a print time. And for this number of slices, it will propose you the best possible choice of slice thicknesses that is the most accurate for your 3D model. So if I want a quick print with 300 slices, this is what it's going to use. If I want a print where I spend more time, let's say with close to 600 slices, it's going to use thinner slices to better reproduce the part. And you can see in particular that here in the vertical areas, it can use thicker slices, and it's going to use thin slices where things are mostly flat to avoid the staircase effect, or to better position the flat features with respect to the 3D geometry. All right, and of course you can slice this directly to get the final G-code. Now here I've been playing with layer thickness and specifying it per layer to get adaptive slicing. However, in IceSL 2.1 you can also do that with almost every parameter. And next we're gonna do it for the infill. Let's first have a look at this G-code, and you can see here that it's been using thicker slices here and much thinner slices on the flat areas here. All right, so now let's see how we can vary other parameters progressively. I'm going to vary the infill percentage in this print. Let's use 70% at the bottom, and then we're going to introduce another key, and we're going to go down to 20%. Let's slice. And so what's going to happen here is that in IceSL 2.1, we're introducing a new algorithm to generate infills that can generate progressive infill. Maybe you have seen the hierarchical infills that were in the older version of IceSL. And the problem with hierarchical infills is that they jumped abruptly from a very dense to sparser infills. Instead, our progressive infills are generated a very progressive pattern that is still very good in terms of its structural properties, and that progressively varies from being, let's say, very dense to less dense. And let's have a look through transparency here, and hopefully you can see how the 3D walls are going from being widely spaced here to being much more tightly packed here, which means the infill is very dense at the bottom and much less dense at the top. Okay, so this is it for the core features of IceSL 2.1. We hope you will enjoy it. Don't forget, we have also an online version called Slice Crafter, where you can directly slice your models from a web page. And if you have any suggestions or bug reports, please visit our IceSL Google group. See you soon. Bye.